This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium training session. This Infinium training session is entitled, Who Hurt You? Why Won't You Talk to Us? Now, my MGTOW brothers, I'm sure you're aware of the situation that New York State Governor Mario Cuomo, is now facing because of his actions with women. And as basically he is being charged of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment for women. And if you're not familiar, again, Governor Cuomo is the governor of New York State. And again, he is in a lot of hot water because of multiple women now coming forward accusing him of sexual harassment. Started off with one, and now it is multiple women. I believe it's up to 6 or 7 or so who are accusing him of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment for women. My brothers, this is a primary example of what can happen to all men, no matter what place they have in this society. Whether you're powerful or just a everyday working Joe, what is happening to Mario Cuomo can and will happen to any man of any stature or any men of any stature. My brothers, again, this is why you as a MGTOW man must hold the line in terms of the actions you take when it comes to women. We men of any stature are equal when it comes to the now normal things which happen to us. Now, in a previous Infinium Out and About, I happened to mention a low normal versus a high normal type of thing. And what I meant by that, my brothers, is not to degrade anybody, but it is the scale of which we as men are on an equal plane. So, in other words, my brothers, take for instance a average everyday working Joe like me versus somebody like a Stephen Curry or a person that has a man that has a lot of wealth and power in this world. We are all on one plane when it comes to what happens to us when we are targeted by women. The things that happen to me as an average everyday working Joe are the same things that can happen to a powerful man in this world. For example, my brothers, you can be targeted by a woman no matter what stature you are. The key here is not to give them the ammunition to take you down, like Governor Cuomo. So, for instance, Governor Cuomo is going through what is now a dogpiling type of situation. That's where women are coming out and piling upon him and saying, yes, he did this to me. Yes, he hugged me. He kissed me. He did this, all multiple women. And so what I'm trying to say here, my brothers, is versus a man like me, I can have, and I have had, the same type of dogpiling situation happen to me. For instance, I happen to mention that I just go to work and come and go and do my work and go. I do not get myself involved in anything in terms of what's going on at work. And even in that, I experience trouble. And what comes back to me is that I'm mean, I'm antisocial, I just cause a lot of problems in the store, that type of thing. But again, when the dogpiling situation happens, when women come up and try to dogpile on me at work, what is it that he has done? Well, he just comes and does his job and goes. So again, they have no ammunition against me. They have literally nothing to say against me in terms of what I'm doing. If I'm doing my work and going, what is wrong with that? So versus Governor Cuomo, where he did give them ammunition by kissing, hugging, and saying things like, "Are you married?" or, just asking questions. He gave them the ammunition whereby which they can dogpile on him. And now it's getting to the place where he is being asked to resign as governor of New York. Moving on. Women will do things to entice men across the whole spectrum of stature. That is, any man from the average everyday working Joe to the most powerful of men can be enticed by women. I'll give an example. The other day, about 2 weeks ago, I was doing my little logistics job at work, and I was in the aisle trying to unload a pallet. And I was alone in the aisle, and there was a white woman that came around and tried to scan and read me. She came around the pallet, circled around me, did all the types of targeting things I have discussed in earlier Infinium trainings. But then she goes to the opposite end of the aisle where I'm at. And as I'm there working, happened to look up, and she has her hand all the way down in her yoga pants, inside of her yoga pants, pulling up her thong in front of me. And so I just ignored her, kept on going, and she turned around, kind of looked at me and everything. I just kept on doing, ignored her. So when she didn't get the desired effect, like, "Hey, baby, that's you got a nice butt," that type of thing, she did it again. Hand down her butt, pulling up her thumb. And so, my brothers, again, if that's happening to me on my level, you can be assured that it's happening to men, very powerful men in this world. That women are doing things to try to entice them into things. So again, at every level, we as men are on one plane when it comes to the things that are being done to us, the things that are happening to us when it comes to women. Moving on again. When rejected by men, women will become angry and attack men in any way. For instance, I had a situation which I've described before that a thought tried to flirt with me, and I basically rejected her. And her reaction to me was, "See, that's why men like you can't get a woman." And so you can extrapolate further, like, for instance, Leslie Jones, who is an actor in the failed movie Ghostbusters, is now saying that men are broken because they don't want to date her. And so, again, across every spectrum, you have a thought on my level telling me I can't get a woman, to Leslie Jones, who is an actor who says she has all this money and everything, and it's men like me, or like who she's trying to date or trying to get to date her, who are broken, who have problems. Moving on. Women will become bewildered when men refuse to talk to them. I'll say again, I was in a post office trying to check my P.O. box, and I happened to be at a counter. I was in the lobby by myself. It was early in the morning before the post office was open, and I was just there. I was checking some codes on my smartphone and trying to look up some stuff. Woman comes in and, "Good morning." And my MOS is not to talk to strange women no matter what. I didn't respond to her, just kept on looking up my codes. So she goes, "Good morning" again. I ignored her again. And then, she's fiddling around with the machine and, the stamp machine and trying to get some stamps. And then she does the typical "God bless you" because she's ticked off because I wouldn't speak to her. But see, again, I found that it is in my best interest to not talk to women who I don't know who I am not familiar with because of me being the possibility of me being Me Too'd or being accused of something that I did not do. So I have to take precautions in every way possible. And that is, I do not speak to women in general that I do not know in public. That's the way it is. Now you can extrapolate this forward to Charlize Theron. Well, let me back up. There is another situation. I was at work, and a woman was there, and I was there with a coworker, and we were trying to unload this pallet, and we were trying to do our little logistics jobs, and a woman comes up and wears such and such in the store. And the item was like maybe a few feet away on a shelf. And we both pointed that it's over there. It's right there. It's clearly visible. It's right there. You don't need any help. It's right over there. So she goes to me. It's like, where is this? No, it's like, it's over there. Again, where was it? It's over there. And it's like, can you please come over here and talk to me? And I'm like, no, again, I do not talk to strange women because I am, in essence, trying to protect myself and keep myself from falling into harm as a MGTOW. But extrapolate this, and of course, she got bewildered and kind of upset and just stomped off and got whatever she needed and walked off. But again, that's my policy. But extrapolate this forward to Charlize Theron, who is telling men to step up to the plate and to you gotta date me. You gotta do something here to date me. And she's bewildered because men will not date her. So again, you have an average everyday working Joe like me to rich, high-end men not wanting to talk to women, not wanting to date women. And these women all across the board are becoming bewildered and upset. And I can tell you the truth. Again, I have had many meltdowns, many just cussing at me and just telling me all sorts of things because they're butthurt and they're bewildered. But this is happening not only on my level, but it's happening to men of any stature, of any type of place in this society. And finally, my brothers, men of any stature can be subject to what is happening to Governor Cuomo, and is why you should restrict or keep at a minimum as much as possible your interactions with women. And certainly do not do what Governor Cuomo is accused of doing, no matter how safe you feel with it. And that is kissing, hugging, inappropriate remarks, because my brothers, whether or not you think so, what's happening to Governor Cuomo could happen to you, and it can happen to you. That is a certainty that you, as a MGTOW man, must understand and must comprehend, because again, we are in a very dangerous time. We are in a profound time, my brothers, and we are going to experience some things, even if, again, like you're a person like me who just minds their business, you can find yourself in a world of trouble. But the key here is, again, to keep yourself as clean as possible, because when they come against you, and they will do it, my brothers, they will come against you no matter what. If they don't have the ammunition to shoot at you, my brothers, you can do what I have done in the past, make them look stupid, and to the extent that those people are eventually moved out of your life in certain cases. So that's what I'm saying, my brothers. So again, what is happening to Governor Cuomo should serve as a PSA to all men, and in particular, MGTOW men, that our freedom and our lives are important and can be lost because of our actions and interactions with women. Now, just moving on to an Infinium side note. Senator Bernie Sanders says that the stimulus check is needed immediately, so wait for it. Men and women can get back to dating, my brothers. My brothers, don't listen to that. Take that money and do something useful with it. Take it and don't blow it, my brothers. Don't do that. Do something useful. If you do blow it on yourself. Don't blow it on a woman that may not appreciate you. But my brothers, again, don't take the advice of Bernie Sanders and get out there and date and try to do anything in terms of having a relationship, because it's not going to work. The key here is that there is no benefit to you, my brothers, to either cohabitating with or to marrying women in this day and age. It's just not going to happen, my brothers. And that's the reality that we live in, my brothers. We live in a reality where what once was, even if it once was, it's not anymore. And that is the happily ever after, the having the wife and the family and the picket fence and a nice little cottage house or whatever you call it, and the 2 cars in the garage. That's not where it's at. Where it's at is you as a man being seen as a resource, and just as a resource, to be drained, to be stomped upon, to be trampled upon. And again, my brothers, the MGTOW philosophy says otherwise. It says that you are first, you deserve to be first, and you are not a resource or a slave, my brothers. So again, don't follow the advice of people like Bernie Sanders. Follow the advice that the MGTOW philosophy affords you. That is making yourself better. That is putting yourself on a pathway to freedom. That is living in a free way. That's what you need to do, my brothers. That's what you need to do. And again, the essential thing is that we all, as MGTOW men, must hold the line, must daily consume those red pills, and daily embrace the MGTOW philosophy. That's the only way we're going to make it, my brothers. It's no other way. There is no dialoguing with women. There's no talking to women. And in fact, I can see where things are probably going to get worse in that regard. So you'll probably see again, if you see things like Bernie Sanders saying that we should take those checks and go out and date and do whatever. Also, you have governments. I think the government of Japan is begging men to date again or to get married. I've heard of others. I think it's New Zealand too. They are starting to ask men to date, to do their duty. My brothers, again, your duty is not to be a resource. Your duty is to be free and walk along a pathway that takes you to freedom. This is the MGTOW Infinium, and this has been an Infinium training session. My MGTOW brothers, now more than ever, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.